Yes, indeed. It is another phenomenal morning on the Morning Machine, the machine that makes your mornings move. Thank you so much for making the machine a part of your daily morning routine. And part of that morning routine means International Women's Month. We have been celebrating all month long, and we're not doing anything less but celebrating all month long. Now, this phenomenal woman right here sitting at the table is no stranger because she is family. She has been coming on. Well, first of all, let's start here. Last time she came on, she was also paired with another phenomenal sister across the room, and the energy was just so radiant. Every time she comes in here, the energy is so radiant, just fierce, and we have so much fun that we continue to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Oh my goodness, we could talk for hours. Yes, and hours, like Mooney Long. But what I'm saying is this. This phenomenal woman is doing so many things. If I run them down, we'd be all day. She really needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it anyway because I'm Brother Rob, and this is the Morning Machine, and we do it anyway. So, first of all, let's start here. You may have seen her before, a time or two or five, on the BET show After Happily Ever After as a cast member, TV personality. But here's the most important thing. She is the president and the founder of the African American Women's Trucking Association, or AAWTA for short. But there's nothing short of greatness with this phenomenal woman right here who wears many hats and is always busy, but she ain't never too busy. Let it be known, never too busy to come home to the 102.6 The Situation in the Morning Machine. Ladies and gentlemen out there in radio land, this is the one, the only Nikki, my sister Nikki Ward. Good morning to you. How's it going?
Hey. Ooh, it feels so good to be home. I missed y'all.
We missed you too, sister. And you know, it's so amazing when you come through here because every time that you come through here, it's not even just about the radiant energy. It's pure radiant energy. Let me add another word to that because there's radiant energy, but there's also pure organic. See, I'm going to keep adding words if we keep going along.
I like it now.
Yes, I'm glad that you do because it describes you so well and so supportive. And we thank you so much for, just being, as we say, the real one of them ones, the real ones.
That's right.
That show love and support to each and every one. And, you've heard her on Industry Unleashed for the first time on our station.
That's right.
And now you've heard her on the Morning Machine. Hey. Last year, she was here. And now for 2024, she's doing more. So,
man, we're making this a thing.
For those, you'll be on more times this year. I'm a guarantee that right now,
Let's
sister.
Go.
But here's the thing. The Trucking Association, you introduced us to the African Americans Women's Trucking Association back on your last visit to the Morning Machine. So, let's catch up with it. Oh. How has it been going since your last time here?
Oh my gosh. I almost can do a rendition of Hours and Hours when it comes down to what? Hours and hours of what we put into the community. I'm so proud. And before I jump into it, thank you for having us back, especially during this time of the month where it's an important month where we're highlighting international women, we're women of power, women that are out here exuding just greatness like myself. And so I appreciate you recognizing that. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
and so
sister.
When it comes down to AAWTA AAWTA, a lot's happened since then. A lot has changed. We've, put in place our our scholarship program. I think we were just talking about it. It was just a thought. We got a grant in place that provided a full scholarship to
Nice.
up to 10 young ladies. And
Nice.
that full scholarship covers their education. It covers their housing. It covers their flight, their airfare for this entire endeavor, as well as an amazing education partner. So shout out to Zeta Driving School for making sure that they stand behind us, and they are really making sure they're showing their power to drive change.
And I like the fact that you're showing power to drive change, and you're talking about a trucking association that where it hasn't even really sunk in with a lot of people that there is an African American Women Trucking Association. So you spoke on this last time, but for our new listeners out there that are not familiar and are hearing this for the first time, speak a little bit about the mission of the African American Women Trucking Association.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are surprised that we're around and that we're an actual thing, and we are. The African American Women Trucking Association's mission is to ensure that we increase the representation of African American women in the trucking transportation space. So it's important that we have people that look like us where we're in certain spaces. And this is $1 billion space, guys. Like, trucking is $1 billion industry.
That's right.
And we're in it. And we need people that look like us, that represent us. And so African American Women Trucking Association, AAWTA, we operating on the FUBU method, for us, by us, all right?
Absolutely.
And so that's very, very important. And so, we're out here in the community, making sure that we're able to support our community's development, making sure that we're not left behind. We just finished an input with SASH, which is sexual harassment, and a sexual harassment study that is taking place against women in the commercial vehicle space. So we're excited to be a part of that study, as you know, and as when we were here last year, we have a seat at the Federal Motor Carriage Safety Administration Board, Advisory Board. So we have a seat at the table. So we have a voice. So it's important for our voice to be heard, especially when it comes down to us.
And it's interesting because I look at the mission statement: uniting the community of African American women and women of color within the trucking industry while providing a platform for development and resources. Speak about those resources.
A lot of those resources have to do with the specifics of our partnerships. And so I use Zeta Driving School as an example, as one form of a resource, providing an education platform for our members. But in addition to that, we have a partner such as Rig on Wheels, which is a driver development partner, and they're helping with the mentorship aspect of it. So mentorship is important. We're in foreign lands. We're in trucking. A lot of us aren't second and third generational truckers. This is our first ride, our first rodeo. And so we don't have development, if we don't have somebody that's kind of holding our hand through this process and letting us know the ins and outs, the changes, the rights, the wrongs, sometimes even slapping us on the wrist, then we're going to be lost and get left behind. So we appreciate partnerships and resources such as Rig on Wheels, providing even calendars, which you received, and I couldn't wait to talk a little bit more about.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Yep, because I would definitely have something specific to ask about the Faces of the Road 2024 calendar, but not yet.
No, not yet.
and the reason why is because there's a question that I do have that maybe our listeners didn't get that answer to it the last time, or they're a new listener with us today, right?
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And so there are certain stigmas about the trucking about the trucking industry, really. And there are also maybe some stigmas out there about your trucking association. What are those stigmas, and how do you get around those challenges of people creating a stigma regarding your organization? And then they get there, it's like, you know what? I'm glad that I made that decision to join this organization.
I love that. This is an amazing question. And one of the biggest stigmas that we face in the trucking industry is women shouldn't gain entry. All right. And then we add insult to injury, right?
Yeah.
And then we're Black women that are in trucking. All right. So then there's like, okay, you're a Black woman that's in trucking. Well, what do you look like?
And trust me, a lot of and it's so interesting that you say that, because movies of yesteryear and even today that maybe focus on that, or even have a certain scene in there that involves a woman driving a big rig truck.
Yeah.
Or any kind of trucks for that matter. It could be a box truck or anything like that. Women driving trucks like that. There's a certain portrayal of that in movies that is not entirely accurate. So how do we change that mindset and shift that paradigm?
We have a Black association called AAWTA, and then we provide representation that looks like me, and we continue to spread and bring awareness to the industry and outside of the industry of what trucking looks like. And so some of the stigmas that have been placed on what or stereotypes on what a Black woman should look like in this space, we're breaking down those walls and those barriers. In addition to that, we're like I said, we're providing resources, but we're making sure we're really able to develop these women. And I think the developmental aspect of it is so important. And so sometimes it's something as simple as their confidence. Because remember, they fall into the stigma. They'll fall into the stereotype of what they should look like, but do they have to? Why can't you feel beautiful inside? Why can't you wake up and put on lashes and if you want to wear a wig, girl, wear a wig, and if you want to wear braids, wear a braids, and if you want to feel whatever it is that's going to make you feel good when you're sitting in this refrigerator for 11 hours, this metal container for 11 hours away from your family and your friends, you should feel good about yourself. And so we do things. It's not just about the external, it's about the internal as well. And so we're here to make sure that we take care of that full package.
Absolutely. And that full package includes a lot of member services. So speak about the member services that you offer.
Yeah, thank you. We offer a bunch of member services. One of our newest memberships that we just included is the student membership. And the student membership is super key. $19.99, guys. All right, because we know you don't got no money if you're going into this space, and that's okay because we want to help you get there, right?
Right.
So it offers additional our enhanced member services. So your $19.99 is going to cover your virtual meet and greets every single month. So if you're a member, you get these for free every month. And if you're not a member, they're $10. So that in itself, you do the math, all right, and what it does and what it offers. And we provide a lot of coaching. We provide a lot of what's the up-to-date industry insights that can affect you as you transition to this industry. And we provide opportunities to put you with a mentor, which is going to be extremely key during your first few phases and your first few years into this industry. When the industry goes left, you need somebody that's going to let you know. Don't expect anybody to tap you on the shoulder. This is not an industry that holds your hand. And so mentorship with a student membership is part of some of the services that we offer, but mainly specifically for our student members. And in addition to that, we have our regular membership where we're offering, like I said, our grant assistance and our member services that provide consultation for business development and sisterhood, and a plethora of things that I beg you to go to www.aawta.org to make sure that you tap in and you stay connected. We have a free newsletter that goes out every single month. So if you do nothing more, make sure you sign up for the free newsletter. Stay connected, get connected. There's a lot of people that don't understand trucking or not even sure if they would love to enter this industry.
Right.
Well, we're here to support you. You could start by signing up as somebody who receives a newsletter, and now you're inside. You're able to get us a little bit more insight of the industry to make your determination. So come on over. We welcome you.
Absolutely, and very welcoming they are. There's another question before I get into the calendar. It just came up because you spoke about the resources, but there's also initiatives to push forward to get to the next level, to really make sure that we are all covered. African American women in trucking are all covered. So for 2024 and maybe even beyond that, what are some initiatives that you are working on right now to really take the association to the next level?
Awesome question. We are so excited about our current initiative, which is the Power to Drive Change. The Power to Drive Change initiative is dear to our heart because it includes our education partner. It includes our driver development partner. It includes the community. And we've had a plethora of community sponsors and outreach that support our initiative. We wrapped up the Power to Drive Change fundraising gala in December 14th to be exact, of last year. And that was incredible.
It looked incredible.
Thank you.
On the site, it looks incredible.
I appreciate that. If you have an opportunity, make sure you're following us, just to kind of see a little bit about that insight, especially for what will take place for this year's second annual gala. I mean, we had people that came out: Jeremy Meeks, aka Prison Bay. We had my
yeah, remember that guy.
Yeah. We all remember that guy with his cute self. Anyways, professional. We'll remain professional. All right, brother. All right. We had Mike, and Daddy Black from 69. From 95 South. 69 boys come out. Do classics like "Whoop, There It Is," "Come On, Ride the Train," and "Tootsie Roll." You know what I mean?
I saw it. I saw it firsthand. Y'all better check the page out real quick. Y'all better check the page out. By the way, Mike, you about due to come back in here. We need to honor you, brother.
Hey, we miss Mike.
Yes.
We got to bring him back when I come back next time.
Yes, we do. We got to honor him. They were just at the job, which company will forever remain nameless. They were just playing his song the other day.
I love that.
And I was like, man, I wish I could capture this and just tag him. But anyway, but it's so interesting because when we're talking about all of these initiatives and the power to drive change, part of that change starts with the younger generation and the scholarships. We just mentioned the scholarships earlier. And we know that there are some requirements that are with that, and you can definitely check out the requirements and rules and eligibility on AAWTA.org, so you can look on with us and explore for yourselves. But talk about the testimonial, the biggest testimonial that came out of those scholarships, and you gave 10.
Yep, we've allotted 10. We've actually filled 4 slots. Excuse me. 4 slots, and we're excited about these women because they're getting ready to start school in 2 weeks. So
nice.
this is we called them almost the test tube babies, right? We hate to use that word, but that's what we're excited about them. This was a trial and a trial study for us that we had this vision. Said, hey, can we get the community to support something crazy like developing Black women? And so the mere fact that they said, yeah, I mean, you got a copy of our last event. We have 31 sponsors that supported this initiative, the Power to Drive Change. We were able to provide these women with certificates. We were able to give them their full scholarships, and we still have more scholarships left, meaning we were able to raise the funding to allot those slots. So these 4 women that's starting, we're so excited about them. They're going to spend the next 4 to 6 weeks taking their online course at Zeta Driving School, and then they'll spend the next 12 months with Rig on Wheels for driver development and mentorship with AAWTA with us. In addition to that, we're getting ready to open up the remaining slots for the second quarter, which is April 1st. So please make sure that you go to our website, you follow us on social media, because we would love for you to enter this industry. We would love for a deserving woman to receive this award. you must be a member. And of course, there are some additional requirements and eligibility that are listed on our website. But other than that, we ask you to join us. Join us in this journey of transportation. Join us in the power to drive change.
Well, when you join transportation, especially in the trucking industry, well, there's some things that, you may experience, but a lot of people may not experience seeing themselves on a calendar. Mm-hmm. Faces of the Road calendar. I have the 2024 calendar right here. I'm going to be using it, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And speak about the development of the Faces of the Road calendar. You spoke about it a little bit last time you were here, and you were saying, hey, get ready for that. And now it's finally here. So now I'm holding literally a copy of this calendar right here in my hand, and we're seeing people that look like us as the faces of the road. Speak about the importance of having a calendar like this.
Man, as you say that, I'm holding a calendar in my hand with faces that look like me, like us. I just get chills. And I'm sorry to reiterate it like that, but that's the point.
Don't be sorry.
That's the point. When I tell you, when I was here, this is what I love, family. I love when you can show and prove, right? Because there's a lot of people that talk about stuff. Mm-hmm. But when it actually, when things happen or when they manifest, and the people that were there from the beginning are able to witness it, it's a whole nother feeling. And so for me, when I was here, I had a dream and I continue to dream. I love to compare myself to Martin Luther King, but you know what? I'm going to continue to compare myself to that amazing, great man that created change in the United States of America, because I'm doing the same thing. So when I dream, I can only see not to say only see myself. I see a blank face. I just know that this is the walk. This is what's supposed to happen. I put it out there in the universe, and then we go from there. I'm trying to be respectful for religion, for everyone's religion, but I'm a praying woman. And so I saw this. The funny part about seeing Faces of the Road calendar is I did not know that it was going to manifest through an extension of AAWTA. And so I say that to say that Rig on Wheel, Camille Gaines, has become one of almost the backbone of AAWTA. Spilling the news, she's been an amazing individual that's contributed a lot. She understands our journey. She understands the importance of collaboration. She understands the importance of strength in numbers. She's listened to our community. And with that ear, she developed Faces of the Road calendar. And we are so excited to be a part of the collaboration. This is something that you're able to turn and look and determine, oh my God, and find somebody that looks just like you. You're able to identify somebody in this calendar that looks just like you. And it's not just any calendar, guys. It's a calendar that is made specifically for our industry. It's a calendar that takes account into a multitude of holidays that are sometimes not observed, or not observed because it may not be your culture, but she made sure she took the time to understand the cultural insight, the missing need, and just make sure she put it here. And so we're excited about the collaboration. In addition, it's a give back. Every calendar sold, there's a donation that's given to AAWTA, and we appreciate that. So we ask that everyone continue to support and sponsor calendar Faces of the Road. You're able to purchase this from our website, rigonwheel.com. You're able to get a discount, AAWTA 15. And that will gives you a discount. All right. I don't even want to lie. I think it's like 10% off. But whatever the case may be, is we really, really urge you to support the cause, because it gives back and it supports the initiative of the Power to Drive Change, allowing us to take it from 10 women to 20 women to 30 women and turn those women's lives, in a different direction and change the trajectory of their future.
You know what? Everybody should get this calendar. Now, you probably heard me flipping in the background. You probably, as she was explaining, you heard me flipping through every month of the calendar. One thing that stands out to me is the illustration of diversity within the trucking industry. And this wasn't just for the United States. It was for the entire world. You saw different cultures in their respective trucking industries. There's a few iconic photos on here, but I'm looking at July. This one right here. July.
Look at
Now,
that.
I'm going to describe July for you because I know out there in Radio Land you cannot see this, right? So, everyone is having a cookout, grilling out. It didn't matter what race, color, creed, nationality they were. Everybody came to the table together as an industry, together as one, and broke bread. That's what July's picture means to me. Now, March was also powerful as well, showing the three women speaking, basically giving that radiant image of International Women's Month. These are photos that you're going to see throughout this Faces of the Road 2024 calendar and beyond that, 25, 26, and so on and so forth. These iconic images are ones that people don't get to see often. And now you get to say, hey, look, there's a young man out there that said, hey, I'm this guy with the grill master right here. So, or I'm the bald guy with the gray beard. You know what I mean? Or another young man will say, hey, I'm the guy with the bandana on. Or something of that nature. Because especially as a young boy, you like trucks.
That's right.
You like Tonka trucks, and you grew up with that sort of thing. I grew up playing with cars and trucks, and I had some 18-wheelers, and I would make a highway out of it. But yeah, I'm going deep into childhood here.
I love this.
Don't make me do it, but too late. Yeah. I used to have a whole Lego bucket full of cars and trucks and tractor trailers that would accumulate over the years. And there's kids that visualize themselves in these vehicles. Now more young ladies are starting to visualize themselves in these vehicles. And it goes beyond the level of the industry. So when you see powerful imagery like this, there is that young man, there is that young lady that is out there that's going to say, she looks like me. I want to do that because of this imagery. How does that make you feel, that make the association feel that you're able to have the youth of our nation currently looking at this imagery each month? I call it affirmation imagery, affirmation imagery, the real AI.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Because you've got positive imagery from all different walks of life. No matter what nationality, what religion you came from, or you grew up in, you identify yourself with one of these people in this imagery, no matter what month it is.
That's right.
And that's as powerful as it gets. So speak about the feeling of when you all first saw this and looked through every single month, because the imagery just became more powerful and more powerful. Did it inspire you to even push further for, the association?
Absolutely, because one of the things I talked about is about this space that we're in is the mission of it being representation of African American women. So, but it's not just about African American women, it's about representation.
Right.
And so having the opportunity to flip through this calendar and finding a little chocolate girl that looked like me was it made me feel excited. And let me tell you why even more. I read a book years ago called The Secret.
Yeah.
And The Secret, there was a quote that just stood out to me and resonated in my soul, and it said, "Thoughts become things."
Yes.
So it's like, okay, so if I start with this thoughts, this picture in my mind, if I could see this picture in my mind, I think I can actually do it. I think I can actually manifest it for it to become a thing.
Yes.
And so I feel like this is the start of it. This is the start of the thought, because it's a visualization that I'm able to just take out of my head and be able to compare it to and just represent what I would love to be. And I love that for me and for the future, and for anybody that comes in contact with this. Please share it with your children. Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
This is like I said. We talk about AI being artificial intelligence. Get a real dose of AI.
Man.
Affirmation imagery.
I love that.
Because
I love that.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah. I love that.
I tell you, I can. If you're not one that is inspired by this calendar and its positive affirmational energy, then what are you paying attention to? What are you looking for? Did you just buy it to buy it, or did you buy it with to gain a deeper understanding?
Yeah.
This is a calendar. It's not your ordinary calendar. This is something that you need in your household. Every month that's flipped, no matter where you put it, on your refrigerator, you nail it to the wall, or it's on your desk, you continue to see that positive imagery wherever you are, when you wake up, or it's some part of your daily life. And I commend you all on a phenomenal job. Even the Christmas one. The Christmas one was something, but the Thanksgiving one.
That's my favorite.
Thanksgiving. That one right there.
That's my
especially favorite. With ones that, well, knowing certain history, they don't celebrate it, but it's still the representation.
There you go.
That matters.
That's right. That's what it's
in
about.
In a world where a lot of people don't want us to share that representation freely.
Yeah.
And that is why this imagery is so much more powerful than anyone would ever think. So go ahead and get on the website, aawta.org. And please go ahead and get the calendar. Show your support.
Support. And again, use promo code AAWTA15 to receive a discount, special offer. We really appreciate that again. For all your support, we appreciate Rick on Wheel for also supporting. And you, Brother Rob.
Yeah.
Rob.
By the way, she hasn't been here since my name changed.
I know, it's so weird for me. I kept
saying, it's going to take getting used to, ain't it?
I love it, though. Brother Rob.
Yes. But yeah, it's always great to have you come in and share all of this with us, because the Trucking Association is continuing to boom. It's continuing to grow, but it's also continuing its growth with women in the industry, African American women in the industry.
Right.
And you got to have an organization that has their back. 10 toes down, 15 toes. You don't even have 15 toes.
That's all right. We'll borrow somebody else's.
Exactly.
Let me borrow your foot.
You said, hey, let me borrow a couple toes.
Just a few of them.
Lady, just a few of them. I bring them back. Maybe.
Right.
I could kind of see how that conversation would go in Atlanta anyway.
That's hilarious.
But with that said, final question here. What is next for the organization?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. wish I had a sounder that did.
I
I'm gonna have to look that up.
No. What's next for us? I mean, man, what is next for us?
You're right.
Right. We're really excited. We're working on a huge project of a community center. That is what's needed. We need a development center for our ladies. So we ask for you guys to make sure that you support sponsor, you support, you donate. Go to our website. Understand that it takes you and the community to make this happen. We want to have this resource center to be able to facilitate a lot of the development and learning that actually takes place instead of it, sending them outsourced and sending them all over the place. We want to take it in-house. We want to be able to be able to expand in that particular area and provide that which is a strong need within our community. So we're working on the community space right now. We have the second annual Power to Drive Change fundraising gala that we're planning for, which will take place in October. But as anybody knows, planning events, these big events, we make sure we have to put them in place. So make sure you're on the lookout for that, to save the date. Put a pin in it. We have the scholarships, like I said, again, that are getting ready to open up for round 2, for Q2, starting January, March, April 1st. I had to think about it, April 1st. I forgot which A it was, April 1st. So make sure you become a member so that you stay informed. And if you are interested in becoming a truck driver or entering the trucking transportation industry, we're here for you. We want to support you through this journey. We want to develop with you through this journey. We want to make sure that you're not ill-treated through this journey, because it could be tough. This is a boys' world, and we get it. But we have your back, and that's what we're here for. So we appreciate you, Brother Rob, just making sure that you're able to highlight the importance of who we are and what we're doing for the community and what we'll continue to do for the community.
Absolutely. And by the way, my birthday present is an official AAWTA shirt.
That's right.
T-shirt, which I'm going to wear proudly.
Thank
you. You already know. She says she going to get me one. She always comes bearing gifts.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
It's a Jamaican in me, guys. Like we are taught to know you don't go anywhere empty-handed, right? So this is what I'm saying.
She was about to do the voice.
I was. Did you hear me catch the accent?
She was about to do the voice. You might as well do it now. You got to do what?
What? Try your best. Don't go to nobody else empty. with none. So, all right. Shout out to all my Jamaicans out there, all my Jamaicans as well. You know we got to represent.
Yes, absolutely. I was like, no, you not just going to wait. You like, oh, it just about came out. Every time you mention that, you did that the last time too. Every time you mention that, where you from?
Oh
the
God,
roots, right?
It just comes out.
It's one word out of the next sentence that always sounds like, and then you're like, all right, you know what? Nah, just go ahead and do it because you know you want to do it.
I know,
and that's what this moment is all about.
I love it.
You know you want to do
it. I did it, Brother Rob. I did it for you.
Absolutely.
I did it for you. I appreciate you, family. But no, on a serious note, yes. I could never come visit my brother and not bring him a gift just to let him know how much I appreciate him for what he's doing for the community and just always being so welcoming. Like, I come in here at times, guys, you don't even understand. I just feel at home. I just feel so welcome and encouraged. I always leave fueled, fired up, ready for what's next. And a lot of that has to do with our conversations, your energy, your passions. Man, that's deep and it's dope. That's why I don't mind coming back here, brother.
You know what? She's trying to bring a tear to my eyes. You will not do this to me on air today, okay? No, but I really appreciate that wholeheartedly. You know how we rock.
That's right.
And I'll do this again and again and again and again. However many times you want to come back and tell us the good things that you have going on. You always know you got a home here. You always know that home is where the heart is.
Period.
And it is what it is. That's an unspoken communication right there.
That's right.
So I really thank you so much for, just bringing your love and light to the morning machine every single time that you come through. And real quick, before we go here, just tell everybody where we can find you, follow you, connect with the organization, and there is the most important is donate. Talk to us.
Well, again, if you're just tuning in, which hopefully you didn't miss it. If you did, make sure you catch your rewind. I'm your girl, Nicole Ward, as well as the president and co-founder of African American Woman Trucking Association. You can find us at AAWTA_org on all social media platforms. Again, that's AAWTA_org. And you can visit our website where you can donate, find out more about our organization, and how you can get involved. So that's really, really important for the growth and development of the community. So we actually challenge you to get involved. www.aawta.org. Again, that's aawta.org. Appreciate you, brother.
No, I appreciate you, my sister. It's just absolutely awesome every time you come through, and nothing short of amazing. We always do it. We always do it every single time. And I appreciate you so much. Can't wait for you to come back and tell us more of the other things that you got going on. When it comes up, you let us know, and you're going to be here. It's just straight like that.
That's what I'm
She always finds time for the morning machine and the situation. You know how we do it.
Hey.
So, with that, happy International Women's Month.
Thank you. And hey, right before we go, I have something important to say. That's like, I can't even believe I haven't said it. I can't leave here without saying it. I'll be upset if I didn't. And it's happy birthday, Brother Rob.
Oh, give me the early birthday wishes.
Happy early birthday.
Day. I appreciate that so much. And,
You're welcome.
You know, man, you see, you going. You know what you know what we do. You know how we do. But thank you so much for being on, and everybody, show your love, support. Go get that calendar, support, donate. There's scholarships to be given out.
That's right.
Scholarships.
Yes.
It's for the greater good.
That's right. Nobody's coming to save us but us. So
Exactly.
we have to support each other, guys. We appreciate you.
I got something to speak off air, because I can't give it to the listening audience. Okay. But I got some affirmations to speak over you in just a moment here. So before we get to that, of course, everybody out there in Radio Land, yes, you heard right. So much positivity, and we are celebrating International Women's Month all month long, all month strong on the Morning Machine. Here's some more music for you. Let's get into it.